Hello there everyone, it's Kathy Champion and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in Gastonia, North Carolina, and I would be so pleased to be your demonstrator to help you with any of your Stampin' Up needs. And if you are not familiar with Stampin' Up products, let me be the first one to tell you, you will not be disappointed. I had crafted quite a few years and had not allowed myself the privilege of using a Stampin' Up product. And then I had a very dear friend who said she had started selling and wanted to know did I need anything, and I told her that I really wanted their trimmer. So this item right here is what got me into Stampin' Up. So she suggested, since I wanted the trimmer, why not sign up as a demonstrator? You don't have to demonstrate, you don't have to sell anything, you can be your own customer. I thought this is a win-win. I got $125 worth of free product, not free product, but $125 worth of product for $99. I didn't have to pay shipping on it. All I had to do was pay my local state tax, local tax. So whatever your area tax is, that's what you would have to pay. So this little gadget right here got me into the Stampin' Up family, introduced me to some products that I found to be phenomenal. So at that point I decided that I wanted to do this. It doesn't mean that you have to do it. It just means that the opportunity is there if you want. So I want to let everybody know that you have until the 28th of this month if you are interested in becoming a demonstrator. If you are interested in getting $125 worth of product for $99 and not have to pay any shipping on it, now is the time, because not only will you get that, you will get 5 packs of Designer Series paper that has not yet hit the catalog. It will be the new Designer Series paper that will come out in our new annual catalog that will premiere, I believe, on May 3rd. It's a little bit earlier. I kept saying it was in June, but I did find out yesterday that it is going to be in May. It is coming earlier than previously thought. But I'm excited. I'm sad to see some of the old products go away, but I'm thrilled to see the new things that are coming in, and I can't wait. I'm so excited. But anyway, today's video isn't about recruiting or trying to get you to come in and sell Stampin' Up. Today is going to be about Paper Pumpkin. But before I go any further, if you make a purchase on my online store in any amount before the 28th of this month, your name will go into a drawing for a free Touch of Ink stamp set. Also, if you make a purchase, and you have to use this host code for all of the above said items, use my host code and you will be entered in a drawing for that free stamp set. The other thing, any purchase in my store, any purchase will get you into that drawing. Now, if you make a $50 purchase before tax and shipping, you will get a free gift from me. It could be a free pack of paper, a roll of ribbon, dimensionals, jewels, embellishments. It can be a variety of things. It's whatever I happen to have accumulated through my Stampin' Rewards. Yeah, we get Stampin' Rewards, not just me as a demonstrator, but you as a customer. If you place an order of $150 or more, don't use this host code. Shoot me an email and let me know. You'll still get my free gift, but I want you to get the Stampin' Rewards, so don't use that host code. So that's just a little bit of heads up on what's going on. The other thing I want to tell you is I did a video on the introduction of the Paper Pumpkin. Somehow I must have recorded over top of it or accidentally deleted it before I got it up. I am so sorry. But I do have my Paper Pumpkin kit, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to wrangle as much of it as I can over and show you all of the pretties. And my kit's kind of torn up because I've been playing with it. But here is, I'll show you the 3 card bases. It's this one, and this one. Beautiful, just jade. This one is, oh shoot, cherry cobbler. Yeah, it looks like cherry cobbler. And of course, that's my all-time favorite that is retiring in May. This color will no longer be available, and that's the Rococo Rose. This actually pairs with the Rococo Rose beautifully. And also, the inside of the envelopes is a mossy meadow, but this is just jade. So let me show you. I'm going to try to show you everything that we got in the kit. We got some dimensionals. We got some beautiful stamps, and I'll bring those over. We got some elements that were just simply gorgeous. And let me... This was 2 of the cards that I made on that video. I wanted to show you how pretty they were. And this is the suggested use of the card. So we got 3 of these little vellum gold accented overlays. And we got these little punch outs, and we got 3 of these thinking of you. Now they did put it in 2 other languages, so I won't use those because I can barely speak English, y'all know that. But this is one of the little punch out ephemera pieces that we got, and this is one of the little tags, and I stamped that in the Mossy Meadow ink, and it says, "I'll always be here for you." What a great card to send to someone, just to say that you care about them, thinking of you. Isn't that gorgeous? I mean, it's just a beautiful card. The other one was using a different element, and let me see if I can find it. Oh, we got 3 of these. The other one was a sympathy card, using it like this, or like this, I think like that, and putting one of the... yeah, see, I've tore my pack all to pieces. Using one of these on it and using the sympathy stamp. And I just didn't really like it. I don't know, maybe it was just me, but it didn't send me. And I just thought this could be lent to so much more than just letting it be like that. I don't know, it just didn't speak to me. So I decided not to use that. But I do have 3 of these. Yeah, I got another one somewhere, y'all. I am miscombobulated today, but I got 2 more of these. And here's the thinking of you in 3 different languages. Of course, like I said, I'll only use the English. There's the one that I had already pulled off. And because I've already made the 2 cards, I have 2 of these. No, I have 3 of those. And I have 2 of these, because I have used 2 of them to make 1 of each to make this, and I have a card layout for my other ones, and I'll show you those. I'm still looking for my other one of these. I know I've got it here somewhere. I'll just have to look for it and see if I can find it. I'll tell you what, let's get a little more organized. Let's put this stuff together. And we got dimensionals, which is always great, and we got the little glue dots, which is always great. We got our stamp set, and the stamp set is gorgeous. Let me see if I can show you the stamp set. And I don't know whether you're going to be able to see it. I've got 2 of the stamps off. I have this big spray bouquet of flowers, and I got these little teeny flowers right there. And then you've got the sympathy greeting, or no, this sympathy greeting. It says, "Sorry for your loss." And then this one says, "Sharing in your sorrows, thinking of you, and wishing I could be there to hold your hand." And then this one is the one that I showed you, "I'll always be here for you." So it's a very cute little stamp set, and a lot of it lends itself to sympathy. And yeah, unfortunately, sympathy cards are something that we need to have in our arsenal, but I usually make them as needed. I don't know if it's just me and a mental... There's my other one. I don't know if it's me and a mental block on that, but I like to make them as I need them. Now here is the other pop-outs, and this is the only full sheet I have left. And I used that big one on that one card, and I've used a couple of the other ones. Here's where I had stamped one of the images, this one right here. And like I said, that's a beautiful bouquet of flowers. Isn't that pretty? Love it. And then I cut down one of the envelopes to get that inside piece, and I'm using that on a card. And I cut this one down so I can use that one. So yeah, I cut my envelopes up. Here's my pieces that was left over from my envelopes. I saved those until I'm done in case I want to use it for a sentiment or something. So this is how you can get the most from your cards. So let me show you what I have put together for using this particular one. And let me move some of this stuff out of the way so we don't have that clutter around us. Oh, and we also got this. We got black sequins, and we got mossy meadow twine or linen thread. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. And then the black sequins, and these are already have the adhesive on the back of them, so I love that. All right, I think I covered everything that came in the kit, so let me move. Let's see, is that going to be in our way right there? Yeah, it's a little distracting. I do like to work on what looks like a clean surface, even if it's not. A lot of times y'all cannot see the chaos around me, which is probably a good thing. But anyway, this card I thought that I would like to make, and I want to do this in what we call a portrait mode. So for anyone that might be new, and oh, if you are new to paper crafting, let me tell you what, subscribe to Paper Pumpkin. You will get this beautiful little kit that will come to you in your mailbox once a month, and it will have all the supplies to make usually about 9 projects. So this one has 9 card bases, so you can make 9 cards. You get the stamp set and the ink spot. They always come with what's called an ink spot or Stampin' Spot. And this is the one that came this time, and it was the Mossy Meadow. And you can see if you subscribe to Paper Pumpkin long enough, you will end up having a complete collection of ink spots. Look at this. Look at this. This is all of my paper pumpkins that I have collected, and every one so far is a different color ink. So I have Mary Mallow, Rich Razzleberry, Blushing Bride, Mossy Meadow, Poppy Parade, Just Jade, and Basic Black. So you can see how you can easily accumulate a nice amount of little ink spots, and these are great. You know what these are great for? If you want to travel and yet you want to stamp and be able to play while you're away, you can pack these little ink spots in a little tiny box or whatever, take them with you, and you have your stuff with you so you can craft while you are away or on vacation. Because when I go on vacation, I don't want to take a vacation away from crafting. This is my love, and it's what I do every day, so I want to continue to do it. So what I did for this card is I pulled off one of those little flowers. I took that envelope that I cut down, and I cut this little strip, and this strip is, let me pull my little ruler out over here. I want to give you dimensions on this because I don't list all of this in my description for the Paper Pumpkin. This is 4 by 1.5. And what I want to do is I'm going to probably put this right about here. And I cut a piece of Just Jade. And I'm showing you with minimal extra supplies how you can stretch your kit. So I'm going to glue that down about like that. So I tell you what, let's go ahead and let's work on this a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and pull out some different adhesive. I'm also going to bring out my Mossy Meadow, my large size ink pad for stamping. And you're not limited to just what's in that stamp set. You can always go back. Let's see, I had a couple of my paper pumpkins. Like this one says, "You are loved," sending smile, a little something to brighten your day. That would be great. I wonder if that will fit in there. And these were paper pumpkin stamps from a while back. And you know what? If it doesn't fit in this, you can punch a label out of the envelope pieces that was left over. You can always use those. I think I might just do that smile. Or how about you are loved? You are loved will work. Okay. We've got it. We'll do this. And this was another one. This came in my very first paper pumpkin. Thankful for friends like you. Grateful for family like you. And this was a Thanksgiving one. It said Happy Thanksgiving. So these are two that I have not put in cases because they were older and I haven't been able to find the cases for them yet. But hopefully I will. When I say cases, I mean the paper that wraps into the case. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal, and I'm just going to come over and I'm going to put just a little bit of Stampin' Seal right there. And then I'm going to bring this over about 3/4 of an inch and just tack that down. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this Just Jade. I'm going to put just a little adhesive because you don't need a lot. This stuff is super strong. And what I want to do with this one is I want to just kind of offset it a little bit like that. And adhere that down. Now this little flower I thought would be so cute sticking right there, but I want to put that on dimensionals. So I'm going to get my little dimensionals that came with my kit, and I'm going to put one there, and maybe one right here. And where's my Take Your Pick tool? That's right, my little caddy. And if y'all saw my last video where I made this, I wanted to show you that you can make this and use it for more than adhesives. Yes, the one that I made, the very first one, I kept my adhesives in it, but this one, I'm just going to call it a tool caddy. I got my sticky notes, I got my little sanding blocks, my little paintbrush that I do my alcohol with, my favorite Bic pencil, my tweezers, and this is the Stampin' Up chalk marker. That's great sometimes for just marking on your paper. I've got a bone folder and my snips, and then I've got these little tags that I use for measurements. And that works great in here, and I also keep my Take Your Pick tool in there. So it's my go-to reach for right in front of me tool. So you can make yourself more than one. But I want to let you know that I will be picking, if you like and share, comment on that video, you will be entered in a drawing, and I'm going to pick 3 winners, and each one of those 3 winners will receive all of the pieces pre-cut and scored, all of the designer series paper and the embellishments. The only thing I can't send you is stamped images because Stampin' Up doesn't allow us to do that, but I will send you all of the other items for you to make your very own caddy. So I will pick a winner on the last day of March, which will be the 31st. So stay tuned for that because it is coming. Okay, after I get those done, I'm going to use one of these little sentiment tags that came with it, and I think I'm going to get the one that says you are loved. I love this one. And I am going to put that down right about there. And the question is, do I want to do that with the Mossy Meadow ink, or do I want to do that with a different color? You know, they're pulling in this color here and also the Rococo Rose. I think I'm going to go Rococo Rose. And you know, there's nothing that says that we have to stick to a given color ink. It's a free world. And, oh, my Rococo Rose is right over here. I'm searching for it, and it's not there because I had it out using it. And I'm going to show you the other cards that I did that turned out, I thought, beautiful. Let me grab a stamp block. And since this is a little bit longer piece, I'm going to grab this one. And I'm going to get my little Stampin' Pierce mat. because I am using photopolymer, and for whatever reason, for me, I think they stamp much better when you have a cushion. You know, even before Stampin' Up, when I was just doing my own thing, I had an old mouse pad, and any of you that have been with me for, you know, before Stampin' Up, BSU, y'all know that I use that old mouse pad all the time, and I would stamp on it, and I would use it for all kinds of things because it made everything just look better, especially in your stamps. I don't know what it is about having that cushion, but you get a much better and clear image almost the first time every time. So if you ever have trouble with your photopolymer stamps, that might be exactly your problem. You need one of these, if you have an old mouse pad, you can use that, but these pads right here, this is an inexpensive little thing. It's $5. I mean, really. And it is absolutely the bomb diggity. Now I'm going to put that right about there, but again, I want to pop it up. So let's get those dimensionals. And I'm just going to grab about 3. So I'm going to put 1 on each end and 1 in the middle, and I think that'll be suffice. And then we're just going to pull those off just like that. And for all of you that was worried about me yesterday or day before yesterday when I was feeling so yucky, I do feel better today. So I do appreciate your concern and your support, your caring. It means so much. Isn't that lovely? Now to offset this, I'm going to grab a little bit of this twine. I am going to give it the look of being wrapped. And how are we going to do that, you might ask? We are going to put it right about here, and I'm going to take a little bit of my Stampin' Seal, and I'm just going to put a tiny piece there, and a tiny piece here. Oops. And then what we're going to do, we are going to hook this in here. When you're limited on twine, this can be a way to make it look like you're using a lot, but you're really not. Paper snips. So just press that into the glue, and then come back and do the same thing. Press that into the glue and wrap it. Bring it up and press it and cut it. Or better yet, just put it back down and wrap it. And so you're using half of your twine that way. That's really a good way to save your twine or your ribbon anytime, because you know, you want your products to go as far as they will. And if you're making a lot of cards, you know, you can go through a roll of ribbon or twine in no time flat. So that gives us that same look that I was looking for, that little bit of a twine right there. Now we can take and go under here, tie a little bow. So I'm going to turn it sideways and put my twine over here so it's not crossing itself. I think I'm going to do it right up here. So all I'm going to do is tie it in just a simple little knot, like that. And then I'm going to make a very simple little bow. I don't think we need anything big because we got that beautiful, got that beautiful spray of flowers right there. So I don't think we need a whole lot of anything real big. So I'm just going to tie that. And I do apologize to all of you that was waiting to see what I was going to do with Paper Pumpkin and see the demo or the introduction, which, like I said, I did it, and I can't believe that that got thrown out somehow. But see, that does give just an added little something that we need. And I'm going to take a glue dot. I'll tell you what, let's use one of the ones that came with this. This will be a great way to use these. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one off with my Take Your Pick tool. And I'm going to try to get the backer off of it. Well, I'm not being too successful with that. Let's see if we can... There we go. Now I got it right there on the end of my Take Your Pick tool. I know that probably glared a little bit or pixeled or got real blurry, but I wanted to show you I did have it on the end. And I'm going to come right up underneath that bow, that little makeshift bow, and I'm just going to stick that down into that bow. And now that's going to stay in place. Our twine's going to stay in place. And all we have to do now is, if you want to just to cover this so that it's not sticky, what I would suggest doing is just take a little piece of Scotch tape, just a little piece, and you could probably even tear this in half and just lay that down over it, just like that. And that will cover up the sticky and help secure your twine. Isn't that cute? So you can write a message inside here. You can put a mat in here and then stamp something. From this point, you can do whatever you like to do with this card. But isn't that attractive? Just a very simple card, but yet very pretty. Now I want to show you another one that I put together. And this was the Rococo Rose. And I took the smallest stamps, these little flower stamps. I don't know if you can see those. But I took those and I used Rococo Rose ink, and I just filled up the front of this card with Rococo Rose. And then the larger stamp, this one here, as I showed you a while ago, I stamped it out on a piece of regular cardstock, just a piece of Whisper White, just like that. I stamped two of them side by side, and then I colored one, and look at the difference. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at those beautiful red roses. Okay, so then I decided that I wanted to put this on here, but I love contrast. So I used one of the strips that came in the kit. Let's see if we can iron this out a little bit more by using my bone folder. Okay, so what I did is I decided I wanted to put that in the corner. I want this to come right over the edge of the flowers, just ever so slightly, and then I want the greeting to go right about here. Maybe everything up just a hair. And now for this greeting, I think I want to say, thankful for friends like you. And will that fit in there? No, maybe I don't want that. How about will sunshine fit? How about we'll just put smile? And we'll do it kind of cattywampus. Might not. We might just do it straight on like that. And I think for this one, I want to do this in a black ink. The reason I say that is I just think it's going to pop better. And I'm trying to decide if I want my flowers to come over the top of this, because I really want to pop these up. And this little bouquet of flowers is not hard to fussy cut. I mean, my fussy cutting is far cry from being perfect, but, and I want to tell you something about fussy cutting. The more you do it, the better you get. So if you feel like that you are horrible at fussy cutting, fussy cut more and more. The more you do it, the better you're going to get. And there are tricks to help you get better at it, but in long story short, it just takes practice. You got to practice, and then practice some more. So I'm going to grab my Memento Black, Tuxedo Black, and I need, I guess we can use this one. Let's see, that one goes right back there on there. I'm going to go over here, and I want to pick up my word smile. Just like that. And I'm going to bring over my, I was trying to find it, goodness gracious. Like I said, if y'all can see the mess on my desk, I'm sure you're seeing some of it because it's starting to spill into the camera view. But that's okay, I'm having fun. I hope y'all are having fun. And I am just so excited. All right, here we go, we're gonna smile. Nice dark image. That's what we want to see. Very nice dark image. All right, so now we need to decide, and what I think I'm going to do we might just pop it all up. Who knows? I'm going to start off with my flowers and get those put down where I want them. And I'm just going to put a little bit of dimensionals. I want some there on the stem, right there at the base, and making sure that I'm getting enough on each side and across. And we are going to pick this off. There we go. Just like that. And now I'm going to nestle this up in this top corner, like so. And then I am going to put that strip, I think I'm going to put the strip straight down. Just like that. And then we can put the smile right here. Really kind of liked it up over top of that. And you know what? We can still put it up there. I'll show you the secret behind doing that. We're not going to put a dimensional here. We're going to go over to this corner and put a dimensional down. And then I'm going to do a little trial run by setting that right there. And now I know I need to come to this point to put down another dimensional. So I'm just going to kind of hold my finger there so I'll know my, you know, where I need to lay that down at. And we're going to put a little glue right there. That way it will glue on top of the flower so it won't be kind of flimsy and jumping around all over the place. So a little bit of liquid glue, just a little circle, about the size of my dimensional. And then we're going to turn this over. Oop, got my fingernail stuck to it. I'm telling you what, these are sticky little suckers. Now what you want to do is make sure that you're getting your glue right there in that spot. And then just follow that over like that. Isn't that pretty? And then we can just put this right on here. And again, I'm going to use a couple dimensionals across the top, and I'll put glue on the bottom, because this is going to be what's up over the top of it. Okay, and glue right there. So Tombo, where did you go? So I'm going to put some liquid glue right there, and then I'm going to sit that down just like that. Isn't that pretty? Again, another alternative to what we have been doing. So we're not stopping there. I've got at least one more, if not more. Let's cover up this black ink before I get myself in trouble. Oh, the other thing, sometimes I always forget about my little embellishments. These little sequins, and I'm going to show you how easy they are to adhere using your take your pick tool. See how easy those go on? And you just slide these off using the take your pick tool, just like that. And I think I'm going to put one right there. And then that just adds a little bit of sparkle to your card. Love a good sequin on a card. And we could do the same thing with this one. And for this one, I think I'm going to slide off here. Maybe put one right about there. And then maybe a couple of the small ones. Let's put one here. And maybe one right here. Just to give a little something for the eye to go to. And that's exactly what your sequins do. It gives a really nice line for the eye to follow. All right, so the next one I got a piece of regular 8.5 by 5.5 cardstock, and I scored it at 4 1/4, and then I scored it again at 2 inches, and then all I did was fold it in half and then folded that back. That's going to give us a nice little flap here to decorate. So let's see how this piece will fare on here. So we know that this piece is, I'm pretty sure it was 2. Yeah. So we're going to cut this down to 1 3/4. Let's see, lengthwise, we're going to cut the length off too. So 1 3/4. That would take us to about there. And we are going to cut off 1/4 of an inch off of the end. Just like that. And now we're going to have this pretty piece to put. I cut too much of it off. Okay, so let's. We're going to make this work. I'll tell you how we're going to do it. We're just going to center that the same amount top and bottom, and then the same amount left and right. I don't see why we can't do it that way. I think. Okay. My liquid glue again. And I'm going to be very stingy with the glue because I'm putting it down on this thin part of this envelope that I cut. I probably ought to use some Stampin' Seal, but I'm not. I'm going to go with this. Just like that. And then I'm going to come over about to there, and I'm looking top and bottom, and I'm checking the sides. And then I'm going to rub it down. Just like that. Very nice. Very nice, very nice. So then I think I want to pull out another one of the bouquets that's on here. These are so pretty. And these just punch right out, which makes them so simple to use. And like I said, if you are new to crafting, the paper pumpkin can teach you so much because It is just simply the best card kit out there. And I've used a lot of different card kits, but I love the paper pumpkin because everything comes in there that you need. It shows you all of the different how you can, the projects that the way they intended for you to put it together. They also usually give you a couple of ideas that are alternative, and then you have all of the library of YouTube with all of the different demonstrators that do the alternative cards. So I mean, it is just a win-win. I love that right there. And what I want to do is I know that from here to here I don't want to put any glue over there, so I only want glue to go, let's see, from here to here. So none of this up here is going to get glued, just down there. So we're going to put glue all along here and down into here. Very, very, very nice. And I'm going to bring that down toward the bottom. Just about like that. Now I did go over my spot a little bit, but I'm just going to clean that up. I do want to put some glue under here because I don't want that flapping. I want this to be part of the card that opens. Just like that. So I'm going to open this up and I am going to put glue all inside that flap. And then I'm going to bend that back over and just glue it down. Now I need to decide what I want over here under this. Do I want the mossy green? Do I want to do some of that yellow or the teal? The teal would be gorgeous on this. So, let's see. That's the Just Jade. No, a little too busy. So I'm going to look into my stash, and I'm thinking that that is either Costa Cabana it's either Bermuda Bay or Coastal Cabana. So let's see which one it is. I'm thinking it's more Coastal Cabana. And I think I was right. So let's see. I think I've got a scrap piece in here. And I've got a piece that's going to fit right in there. We're going to give it a little border. This is going to make this card so much fun. Let's see if I've got a smaller piece. We do. I think we can make that work. And that's the good thing about these kits. You can take and add some of the product that you already have in your stash by just pulling out some different cardstocks and look at the difference it can make in your card. So let's see, this is probably right at 4. It is. So let's cut this down to 5 1/4. So this piece is going to be 4 by 5 1/4. Our standard size mat that would go in any of our cards. Oh my goodness, is that not beautiful? I love it. All right, so let's move our trusty little trimmer out of the way. And I'm going to use my liquid glue. Just like that, and we are going to put this on the inside. Getting that nice little border all the way around. And then I'm going to kind of iron this out. just by doing this number. And now, you know, this card is so beautiful. I'm just trying to decide exactly what I want to do to make this even a little more special. You know, I don't think these through. I kind of make them on the fly. So I think the first thing we want is a little sentiment to go across the bottom. So this is going to go right here, just like that. And I need to decide what I'm gonna, and I really do like the sentiment that came in the set that says, "I'll always be here for you." So we are going to put that right about there. Just like so. Now I'm going to put my top back on my glue so I don't have a mess. And again, I think I want to do this one, and I think I want to do this in that, I don't know if I want to do it in Mary Mallow or Cherry Cobbler. Let's do Mary Mallow. That looks like that's a really good match to those flowers, and I believe that was the color that they said went with this, so let's just go with that. So I'm going to pick that up. And I'm going to ink it up. And then I'm going to stamp this as straight as I possibly can. So pretty. Now, even though we're putting a lot of different colors on here, everything from the bumblebee to the coastal cabana to the Mary Mallow, this is working. And I'm going to put this directly down, and I may even, maybe not. Yeah, I'm just going to put this straight down right there. So we only want the glue to go as far as the bee. So I'm going to hold it up and kind of decide where my bee's at, and it's right about there. So I'm just going to make sure that I'm putting glue on this end of it. So now when I stick this down, I'm going to bring it over and make sure that it only goes to there. Now we can stamp us a greeting over in here. If you wanted to, you could do some of those little flowers like I did these using the Coastal Cabana. Let's do a couple of those along the edge and see what it looks like. I think it'd be beautiful. And you know, you can just start with your card and then build. I mean, if y'all have watched what I've done today, that's exactly what I've done. I've started and then I've just built from there. Okay, so I'm going to close that up and see where else I want to put some of these. So maybe there. There goes my phone again, y'all. I think that's because I just had a delivery come, so I'm going to probably go check that and get it off of my porch. And I think I'm going to raise it up, and I'm going to put a couple right there. And then I'm going to raise it up, and I'm going to put some right here. Yeah. See, that kind of put them where it's showing all around. That added that little extra something something. And I like it. So, let's look at the cards we got. And this isn't all that I've got in mind to do. I'm probably going to come back and make some more. Here's 3 of my alternatives. So, I'll tell you what, let's get this out of the way. Scoot as much of this stuff over as I possibly can. And let's see if we can kind of sort these out like that. I need to see if I can get this to lay down a little bit better. There we go. And that all comes into scoring and varnishing your lines. That can make all the difference in the world. I love this. I love the way those turned out. I hope you did. And if you're enjoying Paper Pumpkin and watching the alternatives to what you can do with your kit, go over to my site. You can actually click on the link that will be listed in the description below, and there you will see my my link that will take you directly to Paper Pumpkin, and you can sign up right there, and then you can have this little ray of sunshine delivered into your mailbox once a month. It's a very affordable little kit, and I guarantee that you will love it. You're not obligated unless you want to be. You can do a month to month. You can sign up for 3 months, 6 months, or for a full year. I always say try it for a month or 2 and see if you love it. If you don't, that's fine. You don't have to. You can drop out after the first month and say, ooh, this isn't my cup of tea. But I always suggest give it a couple of months, because not every kit's the same, and you might get something in one kit. Maybe cards aren't your thing, and that's what you get that first month. But the next month might be totally something different, like maybe decorating some little gift bags, or, you just never know what's going to be in that Paper Pumpkin. So take a chance, go sign up for Paper Pumpkin, and then tune back in with me. And when Paper Pumpkin comes in my mailbox, I'll be showing it to you. Love you guys so much, and as I always say in closing, let everything you do and say bring glory to our Father in heaven. He is so worthy. And until we craft again, God bless. Bye-bye.